Look at those fresh tomatoes. We've got tomatoes everywhere. So I got a question the other day, and the question was, Glenna, I've got so many tomatoes. What can I do with them? All right, we are going to start with the freezer bag method. I do put a lot of tomatoes in my freezer rather than canning them, and I'm going to do it even more so this year because I don't want to waste too many canning lids because they're hard to find. So I'm only going to can what I absolutely have to, and the rest I'm going to freeze. So I've got washed tomatoes. All I do is I cut out the stem end, and then I cut an X in the bottom. Then I drop it in the water. It only needs to be in there for about 30 seconds. So literally, you can cut one and then put it in the water, put the new one in the water, take the old one out, and put it in the ice water. That will crack the skin so that you can easily peel it off. And then you just peel off the skin. I'm just going to make a pile of the skins right here on the edge of this towel. This tomato is warm, but it is not hot. A little piece right there. Take that off. And there's our tomato. Now, next, we've got our baggie. I did get the cutting board out, and I cut these tomatoes up. Now, you use a lot more tomatoes than what you think you might. You know, you have 6 tomatoes, you might get a half a bag. This is a lot of tomatoes. I didn't count them, but it was probably 6 or 7 tomatoes, and this bag isn't full yet. Now, does it have to be full? No. If you think that this is enough for a serving to make tomato sauce for your family, just flatten it out, put it in the freezer. I'm going to add at least 3 or 4 more. So, wash some more tomatoes. I'll be right back. Dice them up however you want. If you want yours to be smaller in the bag, you know, you can cut these quarters into, 3 more pieces if you want. You are going to kind of squeeze it and some juice will come out, and that will keep it from freezer burning when you get it kind of sealed up. Alright, in we go with some more tomatoes. I washed them up. I'm going to go ahead and put the cores over here in the pile with my skin so I don't have to walk away. Put one in. Cut another one. Put that one in. Take that first one out. Put it in the ice water. It can just hang there for a minute. Can't let it hang in the pot of boiling water, but you can let it hang in the ice water. Is that what you want? And that one goes in, and this one comes out. Alright, I'll be back when I get them all through the water. Alright, so I know you're all going to have some questions, so I'm going to try to answer a few that might come up. Do I need to put anything else in the bag to preserve the tomatoes? The answer is no. Can I put something else in the bag with the tomatoes? The answer is yes. Like if you wanted to season them with Italian seasoning, if you wanted to put onions and peppers in there, both of those things could just be chopped up and put in. Actually, I need to make this just a bit more juicier. And you can just completely cook your sauce. Cook it down into a tomato sauce or salsa. Ronnie, will you grab one of those little salsa bags from the freezer out there? We did that the other day. We cooked up a batch of salsa, and I just put it in bags and put it in the freezer because saying, I thought this would be hard. This looks too easy. But it is super easy. This bag is ready to go. If you have even just one baggie full of tomatoes sitting on the counter, and your options are giving them away to a friend or eating them, and you've already ate some today and tomorrow and the day before, then you might want to just can them. So you can throw 5-6 tomatoes in a baggie and throw them in the freezer. Alright, another question you might have. Glenna, can I use yellow tomatoes to do this? Well, of course you can. Now, if you make a whole baggie of yellow tomatoes, your sauce might look a little funny, but it's still going to taste just as good, and it's going to be fine. It'll be less acidic because they're less acidic, but absolutely, toss it in, and it can go right with the red tomatoes. Why not make a yellow sauce? There's green salsa. Why can't there be yellow tomato sauce? Alright, here's my second bag of tomatoes. This one has the yellow ones in it. I put 3 yellow tomatoes in there, I think. I'm going to start the zipping and then just squeeze as much air out as I can get out. The juice kind of comes up. Just squeeze it all out. And then flatten it out a little. Alright, I have 2 quart baggies of tomatoes ready to go in the freezer. Didn't take very long. It was super easy. And this is what I recommend for absolutely new beginners. It's so easy. You don't have to worry about boiling stuff. You don't have to worry about putting stuff in it to preserve it. It'll be just fine because it's going to be frozen. So if this is your first year preserving tomatoes and you have plenty of freezer space, this is what I suggest. Alright, we're going to write tomatoes 2020. Doesn't that look easy? It is. It's super easy. I suggest everyone give it a try. You don't have to go out and buy a water bath canner. You don't have to have jars. You just need some freezer bags, some boiling water, and some ice water. That's it. Super easy.